Okay, I want to show you how to set up a database model in Excel using PowerPivot. Let's go open Excel 2013. Now that we're in Excel 2013, now what we gotta do is we gotta click PowerPivot, but I want to show you how to set up the PowerPivot. You gotta go to the options section of Excel, and right here in add-ins or complementos, then you click there, then you go to manage, then you go to com add-ins, then you go and here you gotta check mark the Microsoft Office, PowerPivot for Excel, and Power View, and click OK. Once you do that, then you will see the menu PowerPivot. Okay, now I'm in an empty Excel book. Now I'm gonna attach here, I'm gonna import a set of tables that are stored in another Excel sheet, in an Excel book. I'm gonna import it, and then I'm gonna create a database model. Then I click PowerPivot, I click Manage. Then when I click Manage, I'm gonna be opening the actual PowerPivot add-in or program that is basically a database management engine that is added to Excel. Then right here, then I can get data from different sources. But in this case, just to keep it simple, I'm gonna get data from a specific Excel book that I have. But we could add data from other databases such as Access or SQL Server or MySQL, or from existing connections or from the web. Then I'm gonna click here. There are other types of sources also: Access, InformMix, other DB2, different types of databases in the market. But here I'm gonna just skip. I'm gonna open an Excel file because I have an Excel board book that has different tables in every sheet. Then that one is called InfoIn that I have in my course site, and this one is a book that has several sheets. Then I'm gonna click Use First Row as Column Headers. I'm gonna click Next, and then these are the tables that I have. This is basically a set of tables of a database that contains sales data of a multinational company, and then it has different tables about customers, orders, etc. I'm gonna click all of them, and here one of the tables here repeated. Then by mistake, then I'm gonna just keep all the table that ends with the currency sign. Then I'm gonna click Finish. And then immediately all the data is gonna start importing from the other Excel to this database model. Okay, that does not mean that I have the Excel book info in here. It's just that I imported the data in a database model. Then when I click Close, then I want to be able to see all the tables, but now in a database model, not in the Excel sheet. Then what is the difference between a database model and a workbook or a set of sheets? Is that basically a database model allows me to organize the data in a more structured way. We're gonna see why. For example, we can define relationships in a database model, and that is something that we cannot do with an Excel workbook. Then if I just click Diagram View, I click Diagram View, then I'm gonna go here, then I'm gonna see the tables in form of boxes, and now I can establish relationships. Every icon, every table is a box, and every row here is actually a column of the table. Then these are called attributes of the entity or attributes of the table, and when you open a table, you will see one of these as columns. Then basically in this example, I have the first attribute is basically the primary key of the table, or of the primary key of the entity for most of the tables. Then I'm gonna organize the tables, and in the left I'm gonna put all the entities or tables that are considered resources. In the middle I'm gonna put all the tables that are related to events, and to the right I'm gonna put the tables that are basically agents. Then a customer is an agent. I'm gonna put it here. A category is a type of resource. Okay, a cash account is basically a resource. Then it's a type of resource. And cash receipt is an event, basically. and then I have more tables to the right. Employee is basically an agent or details. This is an interesting table that I will explain later, but this is basically a relationship table because it has it's a composite key of two primary keys of other table. Then I'm gonna see what else do I have. I have suppliers. Suppliers is an agent. Okay, I'm gonna put suppliers this way. Orders basically represent an event because this data is about sales. Then orders is basically the event that represent the actual sale event. Then I'm gonna go shippers. In this case, I have shipping companies that deliver the product to the products to the end customer, and I have this table that is called products. Products is a type of resource, and I'm gonna put the resource here. This is the type of resource. Then this relationship table. Then these two are the events. These are the agents. Okay, shippers and suppliers. Then I gotta start finding how can I relate them. Then usually in the first attribute is the primary key. Then here the category ID, I have to link this primary key here to this attribute that is called also category ID. And this category ID of the products table is called foreign key. Okay. Then I start looking for other match of names of the attributes. This one is a primary is a part of is a primary key of this table. Then I'm gonna link it to this attribute, to this primary key of other details. And product ID is basically the primary key of products. Okay. Then right now I linked this table to these two tables, and because this is a relationship table. Basically, this table represents the sales, the header of an invoice. Basically, general information about every invoice. The instance of this table is basically the information of the header of each invoice, and what this table represents is basically the detail of the invoice. How many product, all the details of the number of the product that are included in one invoice, or all the invoices in this case. Okay, then let's continue checking this. Then here I have cash receipt is another event, and how can I relate cash receipt with this table? See, with order ID. Okay, this case order ID is a foreign key, and this is the primary key. Cash receipt ID. I have here cash account ID. I'm gonna link it with this one. Then I have shippers. I have employee ID. This primary key with this one. Okay, and finally customers. I have customer ID with the customer ID of this table, right? And supplier and shippers. Shippers, I have a shipper ID here with the primary key of shippers. The only one that I'm missing is suppliers in this example. Even though this is a revenue business process, I'm gonna link this agent with the resource product, because in this case I have supplier ID is who provided the product. Okay, this is assuming that every product is always provided by the same supplier. Okay. Then I did all the relationships. Then this now becomes a database model that I can use in Excel without having the data in Excel sheets. I have the data in a database model. Then I can click to data view, and I can see all the tables here of the database model. But if I go to the Excel sheet, it's gonna be empty. Right, but this Excel sheet that is empty, this Excel book is linked to the database model. For example, if I wanna see, if I wanna do an analysis of the database, I gonna click pivot table. When I click pivot table, it's gonna ask me where do I want to put it. I'm gonna put it in a new worksheet. Okay. Then I click OK. Then I'm ready to start working in a pivot table in exactly the same way as I used to work with pivot tables with Excel sheets. But the great advantage here is that here what I have is the actual tables of the database that are already linked or related. For example, if I quickly want to see what is the customer that has the greater number of sales amount, I just click the customer in the rows and I see all the customers of the company, different customers of the company, and I can go to the details and I can see maybe or maybe I'm gonna, just to keep it simple, I'm gonna put it orders. How many orders every customer has had over time of this database. But here the sum is not adequate. I gotta change it to count. So I just wanna count how many orders every customer has bought, okay, or has had in this database. Then this is the traditional way to do pivot tables. I'm gonna stop here. The next videos I'm gonna expand more about the use of PowerPivot and pivot tables running over PowerPivot. Thank you.